Good morning. Is it 6:30 in the morning? Yes, it is 6:30 in the morning.
I didn't have the energy to put a full face of makeup on, so I just did my eyebrows, and this is where we're gonna exist today. Nothing makes me feel turning 30 this year than going to a late night social event and feeling like a zombie for several days afterwards. Everything hurts, but was it worth it? Yes, it was worth it. We had a ton of fun, and yeah, it's fine. Because what are we doing today? We are planning, and we are doing flats. That's it. That's the plan. But listen, sometimes stuff happens. So if we don't get to the flats today, we will just do the flats later. To be honest, all I want to do today is I just want to go lay down and use my brain only to play video games. But I know that if I do that I will be thinking about work all day long. I'm going to watch TV and I am going to work on this Applegar print. And then I'm going to regroup tomorrow and see how the rest of this week is going to go. I have a feeling that this week is just going to be a very zen art week. It's gonna be very chill. That's the goal. The goal is just relaxed.
I hate being an adult.
What is wrong with me? Oh my God, just end my misery. Why am I like this? Did I mention that our car is dead again? So that is also a thing that is happening. The car was dead 2 months ago, so it hasn't even been that long, and we have been driving the car. We've been driving the car at least once a week, so it's not us. Okay, I'm gonna eat lunch, and then I'm gonna get started. Yeah, okay, yeah. Oh my God. When I say everything hurts, everything hurts. Everything hurts. My whole body is like, I don't want to do anything right now. I just want to be flat and lay on the floor. Junie's taking a nap right now, and I'm very jealous.
You want a carrot, Junie? Yeah? Here you go. She's really good about crunching it with her teeth into little pieces instead of trying to swallow it whole. It's really nice for me that I don't have to worry about her choking on it. Yeah, look, go ahead, make your mess. Is it so crunchy, tasty? Yeah, you love carrots, huh? It's a good snack. She only gets a couple of them because there's a little bit of sugar in them, so I try not to give her too many carrots. Yeah, you gotta clean up your mess. Like it's right here. Right this. See, right there. Do you want a carrot? Did you like a carrot? Here you go. She's like, okay, I gotta make it into really tiny pieces. Oh, that's a very good crunchy. Anymore. No more. I know it's yummy, huh? Super tasty. Good girl. Okay, mom's lunchtime now.
Hi all, Editing Autumn here. It's my usual posting day and I'm still in the thick of edits, but I thought I'd incorporate some of the thoughts I'm having while working on this because I realized they actually fit with the theme of this video really well. I was feeling pretty bad about this being the first late vlog. It's been about a year, and I've been really good about meeting this deadline so far. But you know, life happens, and you just need to adapt and decide what's important. I realized I had two options here. One, I could work late into the night, rush the edits, and meet the deadline. Or two, I could prioritize work-life balance, think through the edits, but post late. And I just decided, like, you know what? I care more about the balance. I live a pretty structured life right now, especially with having Junie, and I had to really think and realize I have less work hours available than I thought, which isn't a bad thing at all. It just provides perspective on why I might not get as much done as fast as other artists who have more time. And somewhere along the line, I just kind of forgot that these other things that I do are also work. Maybe a different kind of labor, but still work and still important. And I never want this to be a place where I feel like I need to rush or crunch. I'm just sharing life and making art and gradually building something. So let's all just take this as a reminder to give yourself room to breathe. You're doing more work than just work, and that effort still counts. I don't know when this became just the universal Autumn is talking to the camera angle, but I'm not mad about it. I just wanted to come on and talk a little bit because yesterday I was so exhausted at the end of the day. The last clip I took, I feel like was just a fever dream clip. The apple car sort of started like this, and then by the end of the day, it ended up looking like this, and I think this is better. I have an older drawing that I eventually want to go back and redo a bit because I did it in the wrong, I did it in like RGB instead of CMYK, so it looks very strange. I think that's what I did. So I want to go back and do it, but I made this a long time ago, and I took some inspiration from the hills that I drew in here and just kind of took that and put it into the apple cart, and I think it looks a lot better. Also, I realized while I was working yesterday that I used to use my brushes differently than I am now. Like I used to be a lot more experimental about it, and then I became very restricted, and I don't really know necessarily why that happened. I think it might just be because of the long break that I took before coming back to art. So I'm hoping to kind of branch out a little bit and sort of reclaim some of the techniques that I was using before and incorporate them into the art that I make this year. So I'm very excited to continue working on this apple car piece, and that's most of what I'm going to be doing today. Junie is at daycare, and I'm still tired. We went to this event on Saturday, and I'm exhausted. I am wearing whatever earrings I feel like, whatever clothes and sweats that I feel like this week. We're not trying to dress up. We're not trying to be super extra. We're just gonna let the week be relaxed. So I'm not really planning to do anything today in terms of like a field trip or anything. I thought about taking a field trip and like maybe I'll go get a coffee later or something, but I just really am not. I'm just really not up to it this week. So apologies if you were looking forward to another field trip this week. It's just not gonna happen. Maybe next time. Somewhere in the last vlog, I went to Barnes & Noble and then I wanted to buy some more books, and I was planning to do that, and then I never really updated you because I did buy more books. So I just wanted to show you what I picked up. I didn't buy a ton of things. I just picked up a couple things here and there. I already had this classical mythology A to Z encyclopedia. I got it for Christmas like a couple of years ago. I really like this one. The only thing is that I actually thought that I was buying, I thought I was getting this one, which I just bought this past week, which is Mythology, Timeless Tales of Gods and Heroes. It's just nice. Also, it's an illustrated edition, which I'm really excited about. I haven't actually cracked it open at all yet. I think that'll be like a fun read of just read it because you're interested in it. And then I also picked up The Artist's Way, which I know had this big moment like last year or the year before. My thinking is that I'll look in this, and then if there are things that seem like, yeah, this could work for me, then I'll do that. But then if there are things in there that I'm just like, I'm not feeling it, I'm not gonna sweat it. I'm just gonna let it be. Those are the things I picked up. I have like other books that I read as like interests of mine. Like one I have this, hold on, let me show you. It's literally a textbook. I have a fat art history textbook. I also asked for this for Christmas a different year. It's fat. It's great. I really enjoy it. I've got like that natural history reference. I have a book about dogs, various graphic novels, books about comics. I think it's just nice to have things to look at when it's like, I don't want to think about art anymore, but I still want to explore creative urges, if that makes sense. I hope that's communicating what I'm sort of feeling. Where like you want to explore something very thoroughly, but you're like, I don't want to do anything with it. You know, I want to look at stuff and I want to read things and I want to feel inspired, but I don't necessarily need to be inspired by these things. Like, they're just interesting. Yeah, anyway. I realized I bought these and then I never shared that I bought these in the last vlog, so I wanted to share. I'm planning to like sort of work on the apple car today a little more. I'm gonna work on it until I feel like I can't do it anymore. And if that's early, then that's fine. We're just gonna like push through this week. And I'm kind of interested to just see what happens and see what we end up with for the vlog. Also, it gives me a chance to recover because I can't be bothered to do anything right now. Like, I literally last night, I just like collapsed on the couch and I was like, I could be done. I could be done for the week already after the first day. This is where we're at. This is where we're at so far. I've spent a little while fiddling with the car and just trying to really take my time. And the things that I have learned so far are A, I hate drawing cars still. I hate it so much. And B, it is very satisfying when I solve visual problems related to cars. So like I spent all the time doing the coloring of the hills, and then I sort of cleaning up those shapes and then doing the shading of like
the car, which I feel like I've gotten a lot of the details done, which is great. Now the hard part that we're at is like I need to add more details. It's gonna look great, I can tell already. But it's just like now there's like a second phase of drafting that I can tell that I need to do. The last project was really regimented. I had a whole process. It was laid out very, the design was very fine-tuned by the time that I actually started coloring, and the only thing that I really needed to figure out at the end was just the background, like the far background. Even though it was a visual problem, the background was relatively simple. This piece is sort of like, there's like some foreground things that I need to figure out, there's far background things, midground, like there's a lot of stuff for me to figure out right now. If you're an artist or you're just creative in general and you've worked on a project, sometimes you get to a point in the middle where you're like, okay, I've reached a point where it's clean and it's going to get messy again. And it's like, do I want to jump into that right away, or do I want to kind of take some space to kind of come up with ideas of how it's going to get messy? I really don't know what to do next. I'm so tired. I just want to take a nap. Okay, team, we have to make decisions. We need to decide what we're gonna do and then go do it. I don't know what to do. Great.
You might be asking, Autumn, why are you still in the office? Well, guess what, guys? Guess what I did instead of going outside? I made my own tea, and then do you know what I did instead of going outside? I did dishes. And then you know what else I did? I did laundry. I hate being an adult. Why am I procrastinating doing nice things by doing chores? What is wrong with me? I hate everything right now. I hate that I just did that. Why do I feel the need to be responsible when I want to do other things? I hate it. Oh my god, just end my misery. It's fine, everything's good, we're good. Everything's fine, how you doing, what's up? I said it was gonna be like a slow chill week and that's what it's turning into, but it's like I can't even make myself go outside. On one note, the tea is good. I tasted it, it's great. But that doesn't help me. Don't mind me, I'm just gonna be here crashing out over the fact that I didn't go outside, but I did make tea. Oh my gosh, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Everything's fine. Everything's good. We're all great. Am I gonna work more on the apple cart today? No, I don't think so. I think I'm going to take a break. My brain was like, oh, well, there's another chore that you could do. And I'm like, stop. I hate this. Why am I like this?
So, my partner is watching Junie right now, and he just texted me. I had a whole plan for this morning. And he goes, I think Junie just rolled in oil. Old, dry oil. We gave this dog a bath on Sunday. She does this every time we give her a bath. Oh my god. A while ago, we gave her a bath, and that same day, she found the freshest, most stank pile of mulch that she could find and just slid her face right across, just whole body like slime. And I'm just like, how did she find that? Oh my god, I cannot believe this dog sometimes. I guess I'll get ready and then we'll figure out when they get home if she needs a bath.
The birthmark is really birthmarking today. It turns like more red if I'm like extra tired or I have a headache or feeling strong emotions. It's very funny. I think I'm like definitely the first two. I don't know if I'm the third one. I guess I will be because I'm going to watch the Pokemon Presents and work on the Apple car. So yesterday I ended up just taking the day off. I was just like having a really low emotional day. I wasn't feeling very good. I just felt very like drained and I couldn't focus. And so I was like, you know what? Just forget it. Like, let's just try to chill out and regroup for Friday. I'm gonna work on just sort of sketching out ideas for the background. This is where the apple car is at now. And then basically I want to draft far background, mid background, foreground elements to add. I think I'm gonna work from the back forward. I think if I do it in like separate colors and then work my way up, the far background in the sky, it's not that big. So I think it shouldn't be that hard. And I think it'll be a good exercise to kind of get me moving. I've been avoiding social media this morning because I don't want spoilers from the Pokemon Presents. And I don't know if you guys are like this too, but I'm gonna watch the Pokemon Presents and then I'm probably going to like immediately find YouTubers who I also know are into Pokemon and then watch their reaction to the Pokemon Presents. That's just how I operate. Anyway, happy Friday. I know it's not Friday when you're watching this, but happy Friday. I'm really excited for the week to be over. Okay, let's get started. Just get today over with. So I did some drafting while watching the present, and then also in the couple of hours afterwards. I'm just tired and I don't want to do everything on camera, so please forgive me for kind of leaving that footage out. But I did want to show you where I am so far. I really think this bear hill is so cute. I have to figure out how to fill it out. And then I thought this would be a great kind of callback to this piece, just because I used it for inspiration and also because I think it's actually teaching me a lot about how I was drawing before and sort of informing where I'd like to go going forward. And so I just kind of want to pay respects to that, if that makes sense. The sky is like clouds and sparkles. I think keeping it simple will be good. And then here I have I figured fence, some sort of road detail, and then I think more plants are gonna show up in all of the hills, but I just haven't quite laid that out yet. It might be a third round of sketchy messiness, but I did start kind of playing around a little bit. This I think looks great in terms of fence. I just went through and sort of erased the bottom of them because that's my lazy way to kind of blend it into the background a little bit more. And then I'm gonna draw and then if I can add in some of the grass, I think that'll be a great start in layering everything. And we're just gonna keep going. Hi, Editing Autumn again, just back to share a few more thoughts and tie up the vlog for this week, so let's get to it. When I was working through how I was feeling about this vlog, I realized that at some point I started feeling like I needed to have a finished piece at the end of as many vlogs as possible, which is just a bunch of baloney. I don't know when this started, but it became this added layer of pressure. I just felt like I needed to have some sort of product to show for all of my effort, but art just doesn't really work that way. You could try really hard to have something done on a set timeline and then have to start all the way over right at the last minute. I realized I really need to make an effort to stop doing that because it's unnecessary. The point of these vlogs was never to have a finished piece at the end of every week. It's crazy the things that you can start putting on yourself without meaning to. So no, I did not finish the apple card design this week. Here's about as far as I got, which is great progress. I'm hoping to continue either this week or into the next vlog, and also to remember that I can do other things than work on one piece in vlogs. Oh my gosh, sometimes I just drive myself up the wall with my own shenanigans. Anyways, that's going to be all for this week. I hope you all enjoyed following along as I relaxed and also lost my mind a little bit. In this house, apparently we strive for breathing room and crash out along the way to reach it. If you liked this video and want to see more, make sure to like and subscribe. I post every 2 weeks on Wednesday at 12 o'clock Eastern, usually. Hopefully the next time you see me, I will be actually rested and refreshed. I guess we'll have to wait and see. So far, my week off is not that restful. I feel like if I keep hoping for rest, I will somehow manifest it. Maybe that's just wishful thinking, but I can dream, you guys. Okay. I'll see you guys in 2 weeks. Bye.